Welcome to Life Plus Plus, where we aim to add more value to life by sharing knowledge, life lessons, and combined experiences from our friends, colleagues, and associates. In each episode, we'll be talking about real life issues and things that are important to you. So if there's anything you want us to discuss, leave them in the comment section below or email us at lifeplusplus@thethrowdown.com. Throwdown is THATHROWDOWN. This episode is brought to you by Kososhi Clothing. Welcome to episode 15. I am Lambert the Virus, and with me today, nobody, just me, on my Jack Jones solo. And the reason why is because there are a few things I want to talk about today, and I don't want anyone to feel offended or feel uncomfortable because they might be deemed sensitive issues to whoever, to different people. Through the past 14 episodes, which I'm thankful for, and I'm grateful to all my guests. There's been an underlined theme, and that theme has been so visible even to the unsighted. And that is mostly about corruption and the lawlessness in Nigeria, the disparity between good and evil, not even about rich and poor now, it's about good and evil. And through all the 14 weeks, it's not just been a case of me discussing with these people and that's it. Once the camera's off, we go back to our daily activities. Well, not for me, because I take these things to heart, and that's one of the reasons why I created this platform. It wasn't to monetize it, but it was just to have an avenue or platform where like-minded people could just, discuss and prefer solutions to the kind of things that we're going through in life. Hence the name Life Plus Plus. But a little backstory for people who don't understand where the Life Plus Plus name came from. So I work in IT, and in the IT field, in programming in particular, there's a syntax for increment of values. And that syntax is a plus plus. So not trying to bore anyone, but, if you have a variable, call a variable A, and you assign a value to A, say 1, and you want to increase A, when you run that program, you could just, a little shorthand syntax is to say A plus plus, and A becomes 2. Next time you call that same A plus plus, it becomes 3, and so on and so forth. That's where the Life Plus Plus came from. Just a platform where we could all gain something from. After each episode, we increase in value. We add some sort of value to our lives, which I feel we have achieved. Because by the feedback and the emails that we have been receiving, it's shown that, the objective has been met. However, this episode goes beyond that. What do we do? How do we enforce these things that can actually help us? In particular, we're talking about Nigeria now. Why are we so timid? Why is it that we are so bruised, battered, and subdued to the point where our self-esteem, our pride has been stripped from us? It's dissipated. There's nothing left. We're so bruised to the point where our oppressor is no longer seen as an oppressor. He's seen as a demigod. These people who steal from us are the same people that we stand in front of and we eulogize them. We praise them to their fronts. And it wouldn't have been so bad if the praise was fulsome. So if it wasn't something that we actually meant, what makes it so cringeworthy and sad is the fact that while you're praising them, you actually mean it. You admire these people. You admire them for the audacity that they have, the brazen audacity that they have to steal from you and to treat you like dirt. And it's become so ingrained in our psyche, in our souls, that we start to admire these people and we start to see ourselves in their position. And we've come to the point now where we can't wait to get to their position. So hence, we fall in line. You join the bandwagon. You can't beat them, you join them. But me, I'm from a school of thought where Kaka Kinkpe Malum brother, my vegetarian, and anyone who knows me knows that that is my ethos and that's my mantra. I do not conform to anything negative around me because it's popular. And I'm not here to pontificate or feel like I'm some self-righteous guy, because most of the people who watch this and know me and know my background know that it's far from it. But through all the nuances and variants of my life thus far, one thing has stayed uniform and it's remained, and that's been my integrity. And my moral compass has never been broken. When you're looking for parity in life, life itself is dichotomous, which is not a bad thing. There's always good and evil. What makes your philosophy or what makes your character known to not just to yourself but to the people around you is the side that you choose. How hard is it for you to just, well, it is hard, okay. But how would you feel if every single challenge that you gave your children, for those of you who have children, or even you, how would you feel if every single challenge that life has thrown you, you've cowered? You haven't tried your best to attack each challenge with your utmost. You haven't tried your best to overcome a challenge before you gave up. Or even worse, you see the challenge and you don't even try. You don't even try. That's the problem with Nigeria now. We're so distracted by trivialities. We're so distracted by transient things that have no sense, no value to us in our lives. But those are the things that we choose to focus on. Even when we see people who have more courage than the most of us to actually stand for what's right, you think, okay, this guy's fighting my fight or this lady is fighting my fight. I wasn't brave enough to stand for it, but she has. The least I can do is support her and get behind her. Nope. No be Naija people. Naija people will find a reason why that person who's probably in many cases risked their lives by speaking the truth is not the right person to stand for our truth. And even worse, they'd rather stand with someone who's still oppressing them, and they choose the oppressor over someone who's come to be the savior. Sometimes it's only Creole or Pidgin English that can drive the message home. It'd be like, say, they don't swear for Naija people. And unfortunately, the person who swear for those Naija people don't die. Because Nigerians, with all the brains we have, with the brilliant people we have in Nigeria, look at our leaders. Look at our misleaders. How did we get... I know how we came to this, but that's another story. It's just too long to elaborate on. Today is just one of those days where let's look at ourselves introspectively. You who's behind it, even me here just sitting down talking and ranting. Are we doing our best? Is it okay just to talk? We need action. What sort of action? Support people. If you're not brave enough to come out and talk or stand for a cause that is right, and someone does, stand with that person. Stand behind that person. Support that person. Don't pull that person down. Don't have the I better pass my neighbor mentality. Why are you happy that you're better than your neighbor if your neighbor is living in abject penury? Why are you happy? Why wouldn't you feel sad that your neighbor has nothing to eat? But rather than that, you celebrate it. You know why? Because you're so bruised and battered, and the little scintilla or iota of dignity that you have left, you're holding on to it. And that dignity, it only shows itself when you see someone that you feel you're better than. It's terrible. Nigeria, we need to wake up. We need to wake up, man. It's not just for us to be talking left, right, center. Your guy now enters government. Your story changes because now, okay, it's our time. Make we self start today the drop contract. Come on, man. Come on, man. If now my papa did and they do wrong, I will talk. I may not, say it disrespectfully, but I will respectfully call him out. I won't stand for it. Naija, 59 years old though, no brain. 59 years old, no brain. A fool at 59. We should be the head of the class. See Africa, look at Ghana now. See when, back in the 80s, when there was the Ghana must go incident then. Now in Nigeria, they kick out of Ghana. Rather than ranting too much, man, I guess my message is clear. So that's one of the reasons why today is just me here. I don't want to prolong something that might sound melancholic or sad. But sometimes, man, we just have to talk to ourselves now. Come on, man. Nobody every time you go, they dance, they pray, they go church, they pray. When there's certain things you can do, the actions you can do to get yourself out of the rut you're in. Will you call God to open the fridge for you to take out your glass of wine or your bottle of Origin when you're thirsty? Why not have faith that the fridge will open and the Origin will come out and pour itself in your mouth? You stand up and do. You need action. And that's all I'm calling for, man. Let's think. Let's have action. You don't have to be an activist to have your brain activated. And with that, man, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.